Here's a deep dive into the discussion from the First Take segment on whether the Philadelphia Eagles, Tush Push, or brotherly shove, should be banned from the NFL. The conversation touches on several key points, including the effectiveness of the play, its perceived fairness, and potential rule changes. The segment kicks off with a reference to Jim Nantz's commentary on the play, particularly his dissatisfaction with it. Nantz expresses his belief that the tush push needs to go away, despite acknowledging that the Eagles execute it better than anyone else. He suggests that, because it's so automatic, it disrupts the competitive balance of the game. The play essentially allows the Eagles to convert short yardage situations at an extremely high success rate, which raises concerns about whether it is fair or simply too dominant. One of the more interesting angles in the discussion is the suggestion that the play could be regulated rather than outright banned. A potential solution mentioned is limiting the number of times a team can use the tush push per game, similar to how challenges work for coaches. While this idea might sound reasonable on the surface, it also raises questions about selectively limiting specific plays just because a team has mastered them. This leads into the broader debate: is the issue really with the play itself, or is it just an anti-Eagle sentiment because they are the only ones executing it at such a high level? Another major point discussed is whether the tush push is truly unstoppable or if it's just that other teams lack the personnel to execute it as effectively. The Eagles' success comes largely from Jalen Hurts' physical strength, reportedly squatting around 600 pounds, and the team's exceptional offensive line, led by Jason Kelce. The play requires not just strength but precise timing and cohesion, which other teams haven't replicated successfully. If more teams could execute it, would it still be seen as an unfair advantage? Or would it simply become another standard short yardage play? The conversation also touches on the historical context of similar plays, such as the famous Bush push in college football, where Reggie Bush illegally assisted Matt Leinart into the end zone during a USC game. At that time, pushing a teammate forward was against the rules, but the NFL later removed that restriction. Now, with the tush push dominating short yardage situations, some argue that it's time to reinstate the rule against aiding a runner's forward progress. Ultimately, the debate boils down to whether the NFL should allow a play to remain legal simply because one team has mastered it, or if it should implement rule changes to promote a more level playing field. The conversation reflects a broader tension in sports. When does innovation cross the line into unfair advantage? The Eagles' tush push is not just a football play. It has become a philosophical debate about what the game should look like in the future.